This week, our story takes us to West Africa in 1970, to the former secessionist state of Biafra. And luckily, we have our resident history buff, Jeff Abramowitz, in studio. Jeff, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you. I'd like to start by quoting the Bible, which is not something I do often or even at all for that matter, from the book of Ecclesiastes. That which has been shall be. That which has been done shall be done. There is nothing new under the sun.
So how does that connect to Biafra?
Because we are talking about a civil war, the Nigerian Civil War, which was one of the world's great humanitarian crises of its time. Still resonates in Africa. It was a war when the eastern part of Nigeria, which was mainly Christian, dominated by the Igbo tribe, broke away from Muslim-dominated West Nigeria, its own state Biafra, fought a brutal, bitter war, held out for 3 years, but then was starved into submission. The estimates are that 1 million people died in 3 years. I'm going to say that again, 1 million people. At one stage, they were estimating 3,000 to 5,000 people a day.
I just want to draw our viewers' attention to the photos on the screen of these poor, starving children.
This is the thing. Nobody paid much attention to the war.
Right.
It was just Africans fighting each other, which, at the risk of being labeled a racist, was what the West was used to seeing throughout the 1960s. But then photographers got into Biafra and took these photographs and brought, especially a man called Donald McCullen, but not only here, they brought back photographs of the starving, of the dying, and the conscience of the world was outraged. Now, Nigeria put a blockade on Biafra, a total blockade. They were helped by Russia and a Western state I won't mention, but I will say that the British cabinet papers of the time make very interesting reading. No medicine or food could get into Biafra. People starved. There were relief flights coming in, but not enough to keep them alive. There were missionaries in Biafra who did amazing work. I think it was the Irish Holy Ghost Order. If I get the name wrong, I apologize. I'm not that clued up on Irish Catholic orders.
That's all right.
But they did amazing work. And the organization Doctors Without Borders was founded as a result of Biafra. The conscience of the world. These pictures, the pictures we saw of the starving children, it was the great humanitarian cause of the day.
And now pictures like these are used all around the world to try to convince people to donate money to Africa. And
right.
This was the beginning
Biafra's
of that.
luck or bad luck was that there weren't a bunch of egomaniacal pop stars to sing a song about them. But they died. They didn't survive.
All right, Jeff Abramowitz, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello, good afternoon, viewers. This is social media. That is me. That is me. That is me. We are not two. We have seen the new dimension to Nnamdi Kanu's trial. Nnamdi Kanu have maintained, even at this point, that self-determination, Biafra sovereignty is a right. We know that Nigeria is a signatory to the UN Charter that talks about self-determination. Of course, to that extent, it's already a law in Nigerian legal jurisprudence. But I don't know the kind that refuse to be broken. Even at this level, maintaining that self-determination is my right. Let me get your tip. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you're watching us from, I remember my humble self, the Biafran evangelist, one and the only. We are not two. All over the world, I remain the only me. Yes, what Master Nnamdi Kanu have proven yesterday has shown to the people. In addition to what he has proven to Nyako, and he has proven it yesterday that he knows what he's doing, and it cannot be broken, no matter the crime, no matter the threat, no matter the humiliation, no matter the intimidation, no matter anything Nigeria can come up with, because no be about attack go be through. Otego I fuwari, and we have been surviving it. No country, no part in this Nigeria have experienced what the Igbos have experienced, and we survive.
survive. Okay, so I don't think there is any threat, anything at all that can come to us now that will not be able to survive.
Okay, now let us look at the presence of American soldiers of Igbo descent who are already in Nigeria to visit Nnamdi Kanu. A what looks like a solidarity visit.
Of course, of course. That is the way it is, and that is how it's supposed to be. Don't you see yesterday, for the very first time, since 2015 till now, that is good, very good 10 years. For the first time, the British are sending a delegate. Don't you see it yesterday? That is to tell you the case. The case is coming out very, very interesting now. You know, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have pulled the tensions and the kind of the influence. He has commanded influence that goes viral all over the world, that draws the attention of the prominent people in the whole universe. If I tell you that Donald Trump is in his office watching what happened yesterday, you will believe it. I am telling you the gospel truth. Now listen and listen good again. What happened yesterday has proven to the world. You know, Omotosho too. If you watch Omotosho was educated yesterday. He was lectured yesterday. Because there are some certain things which he know not that he has known to yesterday. You know, when those people that came to testify against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they came with a mask. And I will tell you, and I will tell you, and I will tell you again, those ones are Nigerian paid elements. There are Nigerian paid elements to come and speak against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody said those ones are Igbo elements, but I disagree. They are not Igbo's elements. Until the federal government not even federal government, until themselves, because one day truth will come outside. They will make their confession, just like Opus or the Mana is making his own confession. And let me tell you, how can you come to testify against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and you are wearing mask if what you are saying is the truth?
But Nnamdi Kanu will be allowed to see that.
And at the same time again, those people again that say you brought a laptop, is laptop a sin? Is it a criminal act to own a laptop, to own a phone? No, I want to know, don't you have phone? Is Mr. President not having phone? A latter here is having a phone. A breast seller is having a seller is having a phone. Look at the food seller on the side. Look at a Boki Fulanis, you know, shoe menders, they are having phones. So it's not a crime. It is something that allowed for citizens, for anybody to hold. You understand? And you another point that make the witness against in one of the laptop that is a Biafra radio or Biafra whatsoever. Of course, it's not bad. We have BBC, British Broadcasting Company, that broadcast the news from the England. We have CNN. We have Arise TV. We have Nigeria Television Authority, NTA. We have Tinubu TV, where we say Naimbi TVC. So we have so many TVC. We have so many televisions. We have so many radio, which you can use to communicate with your people. Because currently now in your phone, you believe me that in every organization there is a what we call platform, and in that platform is where you can drop a message that will reach out to everyone in that organization. Is that also? So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have that radio as a means to communicate with his own people. So is it a crime? No. And if you watch him yesterday, he defended himself starting from AU, African Union Charter. It started with the EU, European Union Charter. It started with the UN, United Nations Charter. That is to prove to you, even in Nigerian Constitution, where it is. So it didn't go against the law. And let me tell you now, do you see yesterday, as they start the case affair, they are thrown away felony. They are no longer treasonable felony. That one is no longer in the case. So what they are charging him now, what they are talking about now is what? Terrorism. Then how did Kanu become a terrorist? Is it because of the ESN that he formed? And let me tell you this, before the forming of the ESN, and what triggers to ESN, these are the things that they need to sit down and listen and think about. Number one, the killing of the Igbos, which federal government refused to provide security. They refused to address that killing. That was what triggered Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to form ESN, Eastern Security Network, in order to do what? To protect the land, the properties, and the life of the people from being murdered. Ever since then, you understand? If that is a terror, then they let them tell me. If the people doesn't have right to protect themselves, let them tell me. If that is the case. And the people that have been killing, fine up to today, even in Benue and whatsoever, they have not touched the terrorists. And I ask a question, have you ever seen an Igbo man or group of Igbos go to Benue to kill, or Plateau to kill, or Bronu to kill, or to kill? Listen to me, do you know that currently now the President Buhari now is on the run? He has run away from Katsina. He's now in Kaduna. As a result of the insecurity, Boko Haram threat. Is it Kano that does that? Nigeria left the truth and they are beating about the bush. The same way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu conquered them, the same way he will conquer them again. When you come to the case of terrorism, you cannot kidnap somebody at the same time charge the person a terrorist. It's not possible.
Okay, now let us look at the man, Ibrahim Traore, his security model, his approach to governance, as he stood into what Biafra needs for their independence. But this is a man who has been talking tough about what it takes for people to protect themselves. And it's just like a model needed for Biafra sovereignty.
Let me tell you, you see Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore was influenced and were enlightened through Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's speech. He listened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he followed up, and he became enlightened because that was why he is campaigning now. That any day Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come out of this Nigeria, that he is wishing to be the first president to host him, because he enlightened him, he educated him. Do you listen to comment yesterday? One fly on social media yesterday. The Northerners are the one that comment yesterday more than every other tribe yesterday. They were wishing, how they wish that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is from their side. Everybody, look at what Cameroon judge said, and he said clearly that anywhere in the world there is no way you will kidnap somebody and at the same time do what? Begin to charge that person for terrorism. Because you cannot, you are the one that committed the act and you are trying to put it on him. It's not going to be possible.
Okay, now looking at Ibrahim Traore, from what you have just said, wishing to have another color's audience,
yes,
immediately he's let off the hook of DSS.
Of course.
How does that come to you?
It comes to me that Captain Ibrahim Traore have learned a lot from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and what he have learned from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is what he is putting on the ground in his country.
Okay, you mean his security architecture is a brainchild of Nnamdi Kanu?
I'm telling you, if you watch everything that he's doing now, he's carrying out now, for the very first time, an African leader will turn offer down twice. American offer. Donald Trump giving him twice now an invitation, he turned it down. It has never happened in the history of Africa. African leaders. It has never, but this is the first time. And let me tell you, another thing that I believe that is, paving way for that guy. If not so, they would have assassinated him by now. Thank God that he purged with a high wing, such as Putin. That is the man that I provide. Even as I speak to you, whenever Traore is moving with a bullet detector, gun detector. He wore it. If there is anything gone, like anywhere he goes, he detect that there is gun, he will know who gave it to him. Russia, as a support, as partner. You understand me? See, that guy copying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mentality and mental structure. And first and foremost, you and I, as I speak to you, every Burkina babe now have a free education. Everybody, free education. Is paying them salary now. Baba, go and see the massive growth of Burkina Faso. Go and see massive investment that that guy is putting in place. That making Burkina. See, let me tell you, Burkina Faso today is a country that very soon people will be rushing to go. Very small boy, 37 years, if I'm not mistaken, 37, 38. It's not up to 40 years. Ideology is very, very important. And education is very, very necessary. And with what have happened yesterday and what Mazen Amdekano has started or has influenced Traore to be doing today, Papa, sell your shoe and send your pikin to school.
Sell your shoe
and send your pikin to school. It's very, very important. Women, sell your wrapper, send your pikin to school. Yesterday, give me another directives
for future.
For future. Yes. I may not be educated, I may not be, because of Mazen Amdekano yesterday and the previous one. I will send my children to the best. Even if you want me to wear boxers to work, I will wear boxers. Send them to the best school so that they will come and speak that English that I know if you speak. Baba, if you, oh my God, you say whenever I listen to this man, my head they go saga. I used to. The Northerners, everybody are like, I wish to have this guy. I wish that this guy is from our place. See praises, both in Cameroon. You can hear it from a Traore himself. Do you know that? If not that this man is standing on a Biafra, ideology of Biafra, having a nation, if not so, America will not allow him to spend 2 days here. They will come and kidnap him. Because they know there is something. There is something inside of him. Virtue. Nigeria did not have it. And they cannot have it in the next century. It will take centuries to have somebody like Mazen Amdekano. Forget the fact that he's a Biafra or he's an Igbo man. Let us say the facts.
So how a rare virtue?
What?
A rare virtue.
Yes.
A scarce one.
Very, very scarce.
Peculiar one.
Very, very peculiar.
And good for the development of
good for the development of the people. Not just a nation. People, I mean people, the whole world. The whole world. Don't you see what the Binta say? Nyako say. He say person like Kano cannot be tried in Nigeria here. That his class, like all those ICC, International Criminal Court, International Court of Justice, that is the place that his level supposed to be tried, not here. And true to he said it. He said nobody, no judge in Nigeria here have a right to try him down. Whosoever that tries him must be a terrorist.
So meaning you are not surprised that the Traore is actually copying his template?
Yes, I'm not surprised. Because when you see good thing, Baba, embrace it. It's not a sin. See, learn good things. Not the only bad thing you go to copy. Copy good things. Baba, copy this one. Me, I copy this one.
So you are already emulating the man under the color.
Straight ahead is my idol.
So he's your role model now.
Confirm. Straight one. And because of this, I will continue to talk about him. And I will continue to tell my children about him. Let them learn from him. Let them copy from him. So that as I spend my money, they will sell my shoe, they sell my clothes, send you to school, pay your school fees. I want you to beat his record. So Mazen Amdekano is a man that will set before my children. Watch this man. I want the world to see you, you know, above the level of this man intelligence.
Now, the way the West is against Ibrahim Traore trying to assassinate him, of course, it has been established that he copied his template from the Nnamdi himself. Do you think Nnamdi could be a threat to the world?
It's a threat already. Not could be. It's a threat already because his speech has transformed many lives, many nations, many countries, many beings. Why is it that British have never said anything until yesterday they sent delegates? Have you ever asked yourself why is it that they have not said anything or do anything? And moreover, Kano is their citizen. And they didn't say anything.
Kano has dual citizenship.
He has a dual
Nigerian
citizenship.
citizenship and that of Britain.
And that of Britain. You understand? And do you know why they did not allow Kanu to be kidnapped? Because it's against the law. It's against the EU.
I don't think it was possible to kidnap him in UK. Of course, the reason they did it in
they're not kidnapping is an offense now. They know the gravity of it. That is why they do not permit such. And that is even today now, Kenya that gave room to that. Is Kenya not complaining? Are they not crying? They are begging now, they are pleading. Now, please return him so that we resort everything.
Now, if you were to advise the Nigerian government on this issue of Kanu, will you advise them to drop charges and let him go, or let the court complete the case?
I will say, because Nigeria is coming in the area of politically, which I did not like, and which he himself is not ready to abide with. Anything politically in Nigeria is not acceptable. So, if Nigerian court should follow the law, yeah, I will prefer the court to take its way according to the law, because I know even with the law, Nigeria cannot do what? Charge him or prevail. Kanu will still work out unconditionally.
Remember that before now we have seen courts of appeal in Nigeria ruling that Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. As such, he should be released unconditionally. Consequent upon that, we saw UN working group on arbitrary detention advising Nigerian government to allow the man Nnamdi Kanu go. Federal government did not heed that advice. We have seen so many approach to political solution. House of Rep, caucus or minority asking federal government to release him. We have seen the Igbo senator under the leadership of Senator Eina Abaribe, meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But all to no avail. At this point, do you think federal government could be persuaded to go for that political solution?
No, the political solution is not going to work. But the court solution is going to work. It could, if you say political solution, it could be that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because this man did not have issue with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the Bola Ahmed Tinubu may want to, okay, I am not the one to release him, but the court determines his freedom. Maybe that is the way he want to go about it. Because keeping him there will not bring solution. And you, Mr. President, you are looking for Igbo support. You can only deceive all those Okowa and Co who have one head. You cannot deceive us. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. 2027, you no go get bam.
So you mean Okowa and the likes were deceived?
They are deceived. Hope Uzodimma was deceived. Okay, Uzodimma and Uzodiojo.
Uzodimma is behind the Kanu's detention.
Are you getting it? So Uzodimma have finally come outside now and start to confess. Are you not seeing it? So with all this, these are the people that Nigeria have deceived. Do you understand? But Nigeria cannot deceive me. They cannot deceive IPOP. They cannot deceive the people that are following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because Biafrans are the one following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, not those ones.
I will say a very big thank you for your time.
God bless you.